Hi, welcome to my channel. We do unboxings, limited editions, mystery boxes, hauls. I like to shop and show you what I got. We do everything here from lifestyle boxes to fashion accessories, beauty, makeup, self-care, wellness, crystals, oils, coffees, teas, whatever appeals to me and hopefully to you too. Thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. And thank you for subscribing. I do several giveaways a month, and that's only open to subscribers. So please think about subscribing, especially if you like this kind of content, because there's lots more to come. So for those of you that do watch me on a regular, you know I get a number of tea boxes. I rotate them usually, so I don't get all of them, but I get Sips by, Dollar Tea, Simply Loose Leaf Tea, and I got an advent calendar from Davidstea. So in December, Davidstea announced that they were going to do a subscription box. So I was all about that. I've loved Davidstea for many years. When I lived in New York, I used to visit their shops. That's how I really started drinking tea, really. We've never been much for plain tea, but I like all the little flavored teas, things like that, especially cinnamon types of teas. And there was a store that I used to visit in the village, and then they opened up a store about 20 blocks away from where I used to live in the east side. So I used to go to that one, and I had a tea cabinet to rival anybody. I guess I had gone overboard because that's how I am. I either love it or hate it, and it's my personality, I guess, obsessive. And so I had tons and tons of teas. And then I moved down to Charlotte and I took them all with and didn't drink tea as much, but still did. And then the teas got to be over 5 years old. And I just felt at that point, when I moved to Florida last year, I felt I had to, the year before, had to get rid of them. So I started building back up my arsenal, this time with the subscription boxes, but also occasionally ordering from David's online. Now, last year they did close all their stores. They're a Canadian company, so most of their stores were in Canada, but they did have some in some of the larger cities in the United States, and they did end up closing all of those. So now they're totally online. And the Advent calendar was a lot of fun because you got to try 24 different teas. So I am enjoying that one. But when they announced they had a subscription box, I thought this will be great. And my feeling on subscription boxes at this point, it's fairly mature. It's not a new industry. So if you're going to launch a subscription box, there's plenty of research that you should be doing on what your competitors are doing and who's your target market, things like that. And there's plenty of information out there at this point. So I kind of figured, well, they're a tea company and they've done their research and they see what's out there. And if they feel that they want to do a subscription, then they've done the research. So we're going to open this box and see how close they came. And then I'll give you my thoughts at the end. I don't want to spoil anything. So let's take a look. The way that they marketed this was that it was going to give you access to their current teas, some new teas, there'll be some exclusives, and it's going to be more than just tea. They wanted you to know lots of goodies, more than just tea goodies. Now, if you go on their website, you see that they have a huge selection of teaware. There's mugs of different kinds. There are tumblers. There is different spoons, and I really do need a spoon at this point, so I was kind of hoping they'd put one in the first box. There are different types of tea strainers. They have a lot of different kinds of teaware, and they're constantly updating that. And seasonal mugs, things like that, collapsible cups. They have tons of different things. In addition to a huge selection of flavored teas and non-flavored teas of all kinds, and they come out seasonally with different teas. They retire some. They introduce new ones, they bring back old ones, that sort of thing. So they've been doing this for quite a while, and so there's a lot of selection there. So when they said, again, a subscription box with things that are not just tea, I thought, well, that's great because I need a spoon, and they have all kinds of other unique items, so that'll be pretty cool also to see what they would put into a tea box. So the price, I should say, the way they did their pricing was not, it's a quarterly box, but they didn't allow you to subscribe on a quarterly basis. You had to buy the whole year. So the price for the year was $140. So basically it's $35 a quarter. So not inexpensive for tea, because the other boxes that I get usually run me about 15 a month. So, but let's see how they did for that kind of money, and the value. Let's see if the value is there. So the box is like this. It's very nicely branded. The label was covering it, so I kind of peeled the label off so you could see the box. But it's cute. It has all the different flavors that they have on the box. And the inside gives you steeping instructions for different kinds of teas: matcha, oolong, black tea, herbal tea, rooibos, mate, puree. So, and then what really surprised me is whenever you get an order from them, an online order, it is packaged so nicely. And here, everything was just kind of thrown in a box. So that was kind of surprising to me. There's no paper. There's nothing of any presentation. They just kind of threw everything in a box. So one thing they did give us was, it's called the Tea Tasting Club. So they gave us a book. And because it's a Canadian company, everything is written in both English and French. So on this side of the book, it's an English version. And then on this side is the French version. So, I mean, it's a nice size book. And because of the two languages, it has to be double the size. So it's a really hefty book. And they give you all the different teas that you're going to get in here explained to you. There's some recipes in here. They tell you how to steep. And then there's even some a little puzzle, a crossword puzzle in here. And then they did give you a 20% off coupon on here as well. And the coupon is valid for this quarter. So we have the book. So reaching in, it looks like we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 8 packages of tea. These are each 25 grams of tea. So these usually sell in their store, I believe, for about $5 each, if I'm remembering correctly. 25, you probably will get about, you might get 5 or 6 out of here, perhaps. So the first one I'm pulling out is an oolong, which I like, and this is salted caramel oolong, and I haven't tried this one yet, so this one is new to me. So it's oolong, caramel bits, condensed milk. There is milk in here. Glucose syrup. Not happy about that. Sugar crystals, pineapple, carob, chicory root, artificial caramel flavor, and salt. They did not ask you for, there was no profile. Everybody gets the same thing, so there's no customization on this, which is disappointing. But that maybe that'll change when they get the feedback from the first box. If you're allergic to something, a lot of people are allergic to, let's say, stevia. That was in a lot of these teas, or hibiscus, or some particular thing. So it's only for somebody, I would say, who really can drink anything and wants to just try different teas. Because if you have certain sensitivities or certain likes or dislikes, this is not the box for you. Because like I said, you're going to just get what you get. As the kids used to say, get what you get, not get upset. So this is our first one. This one I will be drinking. So that's great. The next one I'm pulling out is a morning detox. This is a mate. Now I don't drink mates typically because they're very energy producing, which, like, if you're that kind of person, I like my coffee for my energy. So I don't normally drink mate. There was one mate that they had that I used to like, but I think it was in the citrus family. I don't remember which one it was, but that one was a really good one. This has green tea, turmeric, ginger, orange peel, carrot, rosehip, and lemongrass, some peppermint. I mean, if you read further down the list, you're going to find something you don't like, right? Rose pepper, morning moringa leaves, green mate, black pepper, apple cider vinegar powder. I might try this because the mate is so far down the list, it's probably not that much. It's mostly green tea, turmeric, and ginger. I probably would like that. Um, so maybe I might try that one. Next, I'm pulling out organic lemon lullaby. This is a rooibos, so this should be a low caffeine. Yeah, this is a caffeine free, which I like. Lemon, yeah, this should be a nice one, especially for the evening. Green rooibos, apple. They put apple in a lot of teas, I've noticed. It must soak up the flavor. I'm sure I keep meaning to do research on why that is. This has vervain leaf, licorice root, lemongrass, lemon peel. This is organic. I like the organic. They have organics. I like their organic. My favorite tea of all, and it's across any tea I've ever had, is called The Spice is Right, and that's their tea, and it's a cinnamon tea, and I love it. So, and that's organic. So, all right, so that's a nice one. Next, I'm pulling out strawberries and cream. This is an oolong, which is interesting because I would have thought this might have been an herbal. So this is oolong, apple, hibiscus, milky oolong tea, natural strawberry flavoring, and this has stevia in it. So this one had stevia. I'm just trying to see who. There was a couple of them that had stevia in them, and I mean stevia doesn't bother me, but I know a lot of people it does. So there was a few of them that had the stevia in it. So this is a nice tea too. Next, sweet tart. This is a fruit infusion tea. So this is caffeine free also. Apple pieces, raisins, carrot pieces, hibiscus blossoms. This reminds me, they used to have a tea called Bear Paw, I think it was called, that this reminds me of. It was the apple and the raisins and the carrot pieces. Next we have organic cold 911. I used to have this tea in the house. This is a good one to have in case you get a cold. It's a good one to stock. This has peppermint, apple, eucalyptus, juniper berries, all organic, orange oil, natural flavors, and natural peppermint oil. So it's a very natural, organic kind of a tea. And if you get a sore throat or a cold, it's a good tea to have. So that's a good medicinal tea. Next, we have organic Japanese Sencha. And I am not about the Sencha. So this is very high caffeine. This one I will probably put in a giveaway. And then we have Sunny C. This one is a fruit infusion for immune boosting, which is, I can see why they put that one in here. Also apple, hibiscus, carrots. They all start out the same, so you think they're all going to taste the same, but they don't. Candied pineapple, orange peel. Yeah. So I guess, I don't know why people were complaining about the stevia, because the only one I saw that had the stevia really was just the one tea. But I did notice there was a lot of complaining going on. So most of these are fine, you know. But here's my thing with the teas. I'm trying to figure out who their target market is. Because if your target market, well, let me just finish the box. So there was one other item in the box. This was the teaware. Very disappointing. It was a canister. And they used to give these canisters for free when you bought 4 ounces of tea. So this one, a little bit different. It's branded. It has a little silicone on it. They used to just be stainless steel. But these, like if you had 4 ounces of tea, they're only giving you 1 ounce of each of these teas. So it's not enough to put in any of these canisters. If you were to buy a tea from them in the 4 ounces, then this would make sense. But of all the teaware they could have put in this box, they picked the cheapest item, put a spoon in, and more importantly, this is my complaint with this box, my main complaint with this box. Who is your target market? Marketing 101. If your target market is new customers, who have never tried your product, then put in the little paper filters. They sell them, they brand them. They're not that expensive. How are you expecting somebody to be drinking all these loose leaf teas for the first time if they don't have a way to drink them? Okay. Now, if your target market are your existing customers, so put some new teas in here. Why are you putting teas in that have been around forever? Sencha, 911. Most people have these already if they like these teas. Make it customizable. You know, for any of us that have bought teas on a regular with them, we can take that same $35 and create our own boxes and get the items that we want. There's no deal here, honestly. The box is probably valued at about $40, maybe a little bit more, maybe $42, but not more than that. You paid $35. So they're saying you get 50 cups of tea. That's stretching it, because I don't know that 8 packets are going to give you 50 cups of tea, because that's saying that they're going to give you more than 6 servings per bag, and I honestly don't think you're going to get more than 6 servings out of any of these bags. You know, you're paying for this booklet. You know, it costs them to create this booklet, and I understand that. And they're going to make this booklet every time because they're going to change up the teas. It's just my 2 cents. Who is your target market? I don't know. I have canceled this box, and I'm very disappointed that I had to do that. But for me, to spend $35 on a box of tea, I would rather know what I'm getting and get ones that I like, or be able to customize it in some way. And if you're going to offer teaware, you know, make it something useful. This canister is not useful for anybody, new or old customers. If you're an existing customer, you've got tons of these. You don't need another one. If you're a new customer, what am I doing with this? You know, the teas you sent me are not going to go in here. So this to me was a waste. They, again, at the very least, if they weren't going to put in, you know, a mug or a teaspoon that they have, then put in some filters at least. So you don't have to do filters every time, but you should have at least put a box of filters in the first time. So just my 2 cents on this one. Very disappointed. Sad to say that, because I love the company. But I'm going to cancel this. I'm going to reactivate my Dollar Tea, because I did enjoy that one. And I canceled it in anticipation of this one, but now I canceled this one. So I'm going to go back to Dollar Tea. And I like the Simply Loose Leaf Tea. And I like the Sip Spy also, honestly. So all 3 of those, I think, are better than this one. And I'm not alone. If you look at other videos, or go on the Facebook groups, there was a lot of people that were not happy with this box. Now, granted, not everybody's going to be happy with it, but there was a lot of people not happy with it, and I totally get that. Will I drink a lot of these teas? Yes, I will, but they wouldn't have been my choices, number one, and like I said, I think they really missed an opportunity. If you can't hit it out of the park with your first box these days, it's not like this is a new venture. There's plenty of research out there to see who your competition is, define your market, and go after it. Sorry for the rant, but I was just so excited about this box and so disappointed with it. So anyway, let me know what you think down below. Are you a tea drinker? Let's do a little giveaway. I have so much tea. I'd love to send somebody a box of teas. So why don't we do a little giveaway in this video? You must be a subscriber. You have to be a subscriber for all my giveaways. So if you entered the other giveaway that I ran yesterday, with the special announcement giveaway, go back and make sure that you're subscribed, if you're interested in winning that, because I'm only going to send to subscribers. So let's do a tea giveaway. If you like tea, why don't we try to think? I don't want to say tea. Why don't we use the word steep in your comment, and then I will enter you in a giveaway. I'll run it to Saturday, the 23rd, Saturday the 23rd. And I have to just say these rules. You have to be 18 or over, live in the United States, and be subscribed. And this is not sponsored by YouTube. So this will be a little sneaky giveaway for those of you that are still watching. And I do appreciate. So I will put together a little tea package for you. Thanks for watching. Stay well, and I'll see you in the next video.